Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 28th. We're going to jump right in here, Capricorn, and we are going to see what comes up for you at this time. And let's see here. Looks pretty good already. I feel like last week, maybe I said to you, be careful of celebrating too early, and I kind of get that energy for you here where, like, I feel like this is not a bad thing, by the way, Capricorn. This is a good thing. I think what this reading is saying is that you're kind of like solidifying a victory. You're making sure that you continue to, you have a victory. I feel like you're having a victory, and it's like you're dragging it out. You're making it bigger. And you're also making sure that it doesn't run away, whatever it is. It's like sometimes we can get into love, for example, and then I think we get lazy, or maybe the other person gets lazy. But I'm talking about things that you can control yourself, right? And it's like maybe we get lazy. We've all done it. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it, right? And you can control that. You can make sure that you are continuing to keep the romance alive, right? As I always say. In work or business, you can make sure that you are setting up systems to continue to have success, right? And I really get that for you here. I'm pretty sure it was like last week that I said this to you or something similar, and I get that here. You have this the reason I say this is you have this All That Glitters card. I'm almost positive you have this card as well. I'm not sure. But you can see that there are these masks on all this gold here. And I just feel like it's saying, again, it's like the masks are on the gold. It's like saying all that glitters is not gold. I feel like it's saying, again, do not celebrate some sort of victory that you're going to be having or have had already. Do not celebrate too soon. You have in this first row, you have the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Seven of Wands, again, making something solid. He's defending his position at the top of the hill here, Capricorn, and he's making sure that no one else can get up there. He is making sure that he has won. And I don't really feel, in your reading here, I don't really feel like this is like a competition or something like that. It could be, but, I feel like it's more like you've had a win. Something has been successful for you. Maybe you've gotten into a relationship, or you will be, because it does look like love for some of you here. Maybe not all of you, but some of you. Or maybe you've had success in business. And I feel like this is saying, like, okay, make sure that you don't rest on your laurels. Make sure you keep this train, this success train rolling, right? You have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is a lot of success, but this is meant to be the tree of life. The 10 Pentacles form the tree of life. If you've ever seen the tree of life, it's like all those circles are like connected by lines, right? And without getting into it, the lines mean something, the pentacles mean something, I get it, but again, without getting into it, it's popping into my head that like everything is connected, like health, wealth, happiness. So if you have, those three things connected in your life, if you have a good balance in those three areas, usually you're going to be more successful, right? Not saying it's always true, but, I feel like having that kind of balance is important. I feel like that's what this is saying. It's like saying, right now, you're creating a good balance, where things are kind of connecting, if that makes sense. Maybe your health is connected to your wealth and vice versa, right? And all this other stuff. And I feel this is, again, saying, make sure to continue that. Make sure that things continue to stay connected. Make sure that you continue to be successful by kind of keeping everything in balance. You do have the Knight of Pentacles here. Knight of Pentacles is about planting seeds. He needs to get moving and plant seeds down here. I do feel this is kind of like asking you to take like a little bit more of a risk as well. Again, part of continuing to grow is that we have to continue to grow. If we have a business and we want to maintain success, it's like if you had a business in 1920 and you had the same business today, there would have to be some changes. In 1920, you didn't have a Facebook page. You didn't have a website. Today, you would, right? So it's like we have to grow. We have to take risks, right? Back in like, I don't know, it was like during the 80s, there was a news article that came out that said that the internet was a passing fad, right? That it wasn't going to last. Jokes on them. So it's like we have to, and back then, having a website could have been a risk. Maybe you had to spend thousands of dollars and it would be a risk. So the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like, is kind of saying that. It's like saying there are certain things in your life where it's like to continue to grow, to make sure that you maintain the success, you're going to have to evolve and grow. Same thing in relationships as well. It's like we can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again with the same person, or it's going to get boring, right? We have to try new things, maybe go to a different restaurant, maybe date night's Tuesday, maybe you mix it up, get spicy, and you go out on a Wednesday. Ooh, that would be, that's something new, right? So, I feel like it's about kind of like not falling into a routine with the Knight of Pentacles sometimes, if that makes sense. And it's like routines are good, right? It's good to have routines that work, especially in business and things that you follow. And you should definitely do that. But you should also be growing and trying new things, right? So I would do a good mixture of both. Again, I feel like that Ten of Pentacles, weird. I've never had the Ten of Pentacles saying the word balance to me, but that is a word that I'm getting on that Ten of Pentacles. Next, you have this connected to source card. It says, go within and discover what needs to be done to create the shift required to attract what you want. There you go. I feel like you could be experiencing physical symptoms, if you are like rejecting something. So like, let's say you have a job that you hate. I feel like you could be experiencing physical symptoms where, maybe your body is like trying to prevent you from going to work. That might be an extreme example. I feel like this is saying, kind of listen to your body, listen to yourself. If you don't feel like doing something, it's probably a clue that you need to change direction. And that's what I feel like this is saying. I feel like it's saying when you're on the right path, I feel like you're just going to notice things progressing. Taurus had a very similar message. So if you have Taurus in your chart, you might want to watch Taurus. But, yours is a little bit different because, again, I feel like it's like more of a feeling in your body, literally, where if you feel like you're going in the right direction, you're just going to feel it on a very deep level. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is all about your environment. There is a little snail right here above my finger. The snail represents your environment because snails wear their homes on their back, right? And I feel for a lot of you that there could be a lot of opportunity in kind of like fixing your environment, in changing your environment, in doing new things, in creating an environment of success as well. So a lot of you could be focused on that. I'm also getting like a weird message. I've been trying to clarify it since we got that connected to source thing. And, it's kind of like one of those messages where I feel like I'm trying to grab onto it. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling right now. And it's weird because it's like in my head, I feel like if things are, meant for you, they're like I was saying, there's going to be this like certain level of flow. But I feel like you could be in some situations where it's almost like you're trying to make them work. And I feel like they're just not working. Could be any type of situation. I would pay attention to that again. And I wouldn't try to force things to happen. With the Knight of Swords, this can be like a rushing energy. I would be careful of any money that you're spending at this time. He's aiming towards the Ten of Pentacles. And right on the side here, we have the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. I'm not sure what I said here. But Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is saying to me that it's going to be super important that you build like a solid foundation instead of just rushing right into things. So Knight of Wands, he kind of is like the builder in the tarot, not 100% accurate, but that's how I see him sometimes. And sometimes I think when he shows up like this, it's like Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. They're going this direction. They're actually going towards the past. Doesn't matter. They're heading towards the Ten of Pentacles. Still really good energy. And I feel like this is saying like, don't forget the important basic steps. It's like sometimes I think, again, remember what I was saying, it's important that we have a routine, maybe in business, where there are certain activities that we do that make us successful, and we need to try new things, but we also need to make sure that we don't forget the basics, right, with the Knight of Swords. And that's kind of like what I feel like that's saying for some weird reason. I also feel like if you're starting something new, that the Knight of Wands is saying, start from the ground up, even if you think you know everything. You even have this Porcupine Spirit, which has time for beginner mind. We'll talk about that in a minute. I do want to talk about this Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you're doing a good job. I feel like you're going to be seeing results quickly. And again, all three earth signs have had messages of kind of like seeing things happen very quickly. I feel that you will be seeing results happen in like work and business and all this other stuff very quickly with this energy. So I really like to see that. Next, you have this Porcupine Spirit. It says, time for beginner mind. Like I said, I feel, for whatever reason, I feel like you could be starting something new. Could be a new relationship, could be a new business, a new job, whatever. And I feel this is saying, like, don't be afraid to, like, start over from the beginning, even if you think you know everything. Because that Knight of Wands, number one, says you might actually be able to learn something new. Like, let's say you get into a relationship, and maybe you are automatically assume, oh, this person operates like this. But if you just go into it with a beginner mindset, and you say, I'm just going to learn about this person, then maybe you discover something new. Same thing in like work or business. It's like maybe you think you know everything. Maybe you do. I'm not saying you don't know a lot. But if you kind of go in with that beginner mind, it's like you might learn like a new trick that creates a much more solid foundation with the Knight of Wands. Again, I feel that he is talking about building in your reading. He doesn't really represent foundational energy, or he doesn't really represent building a foundation, but that's what I'm getting intuitively, is that he could be talking about building a foundation, or kind of like laying a solid foundation. You have the King of Cups here as well. I do feel that there could be love coming in for you. I kind of have a problem with this, if I'm being honest with you. Here, Capricorn. I feel like you could be attracting someone who's either a loner, or maybe they just like their alone time or something. We're going to clarify this in just a second, so I'm going to see what's going on here, but I kind of get this like loner type of feeling. That's the best way I could describe it, where it's like someone who needs a lot of alone time. You might be perfectly okay with that. So, again, to me, King of Cups, good person. I feel Justice card, equal give and take. They'd probably be very fair, but I just feel like it's like you could be attracting a person who's more on the more independent side of things. I feel like as long as you know that up front, then fine, but for whatever reason, I feel a little bit of resistance there. So let's dig into this and see where this is going for you here, Capricorn. And let's see. With the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. It kind of says like teamwork makes the dream work. So I love the Three of Pentacles. To me, it's a card of quality work as well. I mean, you have the Eight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. To me, it's like if you're doing work this week, it looks very good. And I feel like you're going to be attracting a lot. What I will say is on a traditional Three of Pentacles, there's like the 3 pentacles, right, in a fire triangle. Then there's a water triangle right below it. And that, again, I've kind of been saying this whole entire time that it's almost like there's a little bit extra that you could be doing. I feel like you're doing a good job in like work and business, but I also feel like there's like more you could be doing to make sure you're kind of solidifying things. Remember what we said in the beginning of the reading? It's like make sure to experiment, try new things, keep doing the things that are working, but also try other stuff. With the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands, very bold, very assertive, a lot of successful energy. He's also like the entrepreneur, and to me he represents entrepreneurial energy, but that could be outside of business. Someone can be entrepreneurial in health. They could be, they could really care about their health. They could really nurture it and take care of it. And they could treat it like a business, kind of. Someone could be entrepreneurial about their relationship. They could be, paying attention to what works, what doesn't work in the relationship. So it's kind of like more of an energy than anything else. Could be someone who's very enterprising, coming in for you. I kind of feel like this is your energy though. So I really don't feel like that's a person. You could be attracting a fire sign, whatever. But what I would say here is I feel like this is more your energy right now. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, King of Wands, really good for business and making money. But again, you could be working on anything. You could be working on your health, and you could be, I think the important thing with the King of Wands is he takes care of something like a baby. He really nurtures and raises things into existence, and that's what you're doing here. Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Pentacles, clarifying. So basically just the universe being like, I meant what I said here with the double 8 of Pentacles. With the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Cups, you have the 5 of Cups. Needing to, I mean, like I said, it's, I felt that resistance with that King of Cups. I don't know what the problem is here. Again, what I would say to you is like, tarot is not a prison sentence. Like people always say to me, like, you're saying this is a good person, but you're also saying there's resistance. Why would I want to be with this person? I'm like, because tarot is not set in stone. You could easily go to this person, have a conversation. Maybe you find out that they're super independent. They like their alone time. As long as you know that up front, then you're avoiding this completely because you're getting it out of the way. You're learning about it. So then you can make a decision. You could say, I like this person, but I also want to have time with a person. They're not like that, so I'm going to go find someone else, right? I think sometimes I understand, but I feel like in relationships, sometimes we like get presented with a person. We're like, oh my God, this person's great. But maybe there's too many oh no-nos. Maybe they're not a bad person. Maybe they're good, but we also don't want to, lose out on the opportunity of a relationship. Let's put it that way. And so we just go with it anyway, even though we know it's not right. I keep telling people, it's like once we start demanding, what we think we deserve, whatever that is for you, right, from the universe, then we get it. It's like, I think a lot of the problems we're having with relationships and things like that is because we're settling when something presents itself and is right in front of us, because it's there, where we have that fear of loss. That is not an abundance mentality. So again, you're gonna have to look at this person from your own perspective. I can't tell you what to do. Maybe you're okay with it. Maybe you're not. But I think as long as you get it out up front, then it can be corrected. The other thing is you could talk to this person, say, hey, I like you, but I like to spend more time. Can we come to some sort of agreement? I think we need to realize that modern day relationships, if you want to be in a successful relationship, going to require a little bit of work, a little bit of elbow grease. You're going to have to say to the person, we need to start talking to people that we're with, and we need to say, this is what I expect, this is what I want, and all this other stuff. I listen to all these like random people that have like all these love channels, right? Been divorced 27 times, have a love channel, right? Not even in a relationship, have a love channel. That one that doesn't bother me so much. But what I would say here is it's like all these people say all these different things about love, and I'm always like, yeah. It could be as simple as just communicating with the person and saying, this is what I have, these are my expectations. That's the other thing. That's where I was going with that. A lot of these people are always like, oh, you can't have expectations in relationships. I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds great, but we all do, right? It's like you can say all day long that you don't have expectations, but you do. You have certain expectations of what's going to happen. I think as long as we get that out up front, then there's no problem. And that's what I would do there, so that there aren't disappointments. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, High Priestess. Trust your intuition. In this situation, High Priestess is a card of potential, and she normally has no roof over her head, so whatever you're building has unlimited potential. Eight of Pentacles, Justice card. You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says don't give up. I feel like you've been working towards something for a very long time. Even I remember, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, I was saying to you that I see you kind of like maybe revitalizing something, bringing something back from the dead. Maybe you wanted to write a book 20 years ago. Maybe it didn't work out, but maybe it can work out better today. So now you're going to do it. Could be a business. Could be something. Top row outcome, you have the Queen of Wands. Love it. You have the King of Wands as well, right? Yeah, so King and Queen of Wands are divine counterparts. So again, there could be a lot of fire in this connection, right up here with this person here and the King of Wands over here. Could be a Pisces, by the way. Could be any sign. It could be a fire sign, for sure. But I feel like there could be a lot of fire, a lot of desire in this situation. But there's something here. I'm not even immediately clear about it. Again, I don't pretend to know anything or everything, right? I always say that, if I don't know something, I'm going to say it. It's like, I read tarot cards, but that doesn't mean I know every single little answer, right? I don't trust any psychic that claims they know every answer, right? And what I would say here is I don't really know what this resistance is. It's something about communication. I would say if you meet someone new, I would definitely open up communication, but I'm not really sure, like, what is the problem here? Other than maybe expectations or something like that, right? Middle row, you have the Lovers. Are you kidding me? This is like a perfect match for you, so love it. I also feel, for those of you that don't want love, and even if you do want love, I really feel, after getting through this reading and kind of almost being at the end here, I would say I would really kind of focus on something you desire to do. I think there's a difference between something that you are doing and something you desire to do. I'm referring to like work or business. I feel like you need to pay attention to your desires. I feel like your desires are kind of like guiding you at this time, and that's what I pay attention to here. Bottom row outcome, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of marriage, so boom, are you kidding me? I feel like if you are meeting someone at this time, clearly could be a person that you're could potentially marry, is what I'll say there. If you don't want love, then I feel like this is an accomplishment coming in for you. It's a really good reading, Capricorn. I like this a lot. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising. This is a kind of a crazy reading. Kind of surprised me a little bit here towards the end, but love it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it, and definitely enjoy your week.